Shalom, shalom. Giving honor and praise to the Most High, Creator, Maker, Owner, and Possessor of heaven and earth. My name is Yeshaya Yisrael, the Hebrew teacher in the congregation Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Hebrew Israelite-based congregation, giving due respect to the elder, founder of the congregation, Nasi Pritzipor of the tribe of Zebulun, his son, Prince Nathanael, and our beloved Chief Nathanael of the tribe of Levi. On a side note, giving a shout out on a human level to the people who allow me to use the space to do these types of presentations and so forth, not doing this from home. We're going to start off in this particular one, being Hebrew lesson number 3, by reading this right here. This is the 10 Commandments, all right? We're going to move on from there. Anoki, Ya Eloheka, Asher Hozetika, Me Eretz Mitzrayim, Mi Beit Abadim, Lo Yelaka Elohim Akerim Al Panai, Lo Ta'ase Laka Fasel, Kal Tamuna Asher Bashamai Mi Ma'al, Wa Asher Ba'aretz Mitakat, Wa Asher Bamayi Mitakat La'aretz, Lo Tishtaka We Lahem, Wa Lo Ta'abden, Ki Anoki, Ya Eloheka, El Kwana, Poqued Awon, Abot Albanim Al Shileshim Wa Aribeim Lason I, We Ose Kese La Alafim, the Ohabai, Ushomre Mitzvotai, Lo Tisa Et Shem, Ya Eloheka Lashao, Kilo Yanakwe Ya Et Asher Yisa Et Shemol Ashao, Shamor Et Yom HaShabbat Lo Kwacho, Ka Shel Zilka Ya Eloheka, Sheshet Yamin Ta'abo, Wa Asita Kol Malak Teka, Wa Yom Hashbi'i, Shabbat La Ya Eloheka, Lo Ta'ase Kal Malaka, Ata Ubinka, Ubiteka, Wa Abdeka, Wa Amateka, Wa Shorka, Wa Kamorka, Wa Ko Behemteka, Wa Gerka Ashel Bish Areka, Lama Anya Nuak, Abdeka, Wa Amatka Kamorka, Wa Zakarata, Ki, Ebed Hayita Ba Eretz Mitzrayim, Wa Ziaka Ya Eloheka, Misham Bayat Kazakwa, Ubis Roanetuya, Alkin, Zilkaya, Eloheka La Aso Et Yom HaShabbat, Ka Bet Et Abika We Et Imerka, Ka Ashel Zilka Ya Eloheka, Nama'an Ya Arikun Yamerka, Ul Ma'an Yitab Laka, Al Adama, Ashel Ya Eloheka Notain Laka, Lo Tirzak, Lo Tin Af, Lo Tikno, Lo Ta'ane Bare'aka Et Shao, Lo Takmo Eshet Re'aka, Lo Tit Awe Beit Re'aka, Sadehu, Wa Abdo, Wa Amato, Shoro, Wa Hamoro, Wa Ko Ashil Re'aka. Just wanted to read that, the 10 Commandments, seen in Deuteronomy chapter 5. We're going to start this lesson and presentation, brothers and sisters, actually coming out of this book. All right? And what we're going to be dealing with right now is this at this point, the Hebrew alphabet. We've gone over in lesson 1 and lesson 2, also on this channel, extensively about the alphabet. All right? But we want to review and then move on. Okay? It says Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zain, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Kaf Sofi, Lamed, Mem, Mem Sofi, Nun, Nun Sofi, Samek, Ain, Pei, Pei Sofi, Zadeh, Zadeh Sofi, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Dal. Now, once these letters are known, then one will be able to know how to read. This is something we want to keep on emphasizing, keep on emphasizing. The knowledge of knowing how to read Hebrew is to know what these letters are pronounced as and the vowel sounds. Now, last week we went over the vowels. We'll do it briefly this time, but we want to move on as well. All right? Now, if there's any questions or comments, feel free when this is posted up to ask your questions or your comments, okay? So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right. Once again, Aleph, mute sound. Bet, the B sound. Gemel, the G sound. Dalet, the D sound. Hey, the H sound. Waw, the W sound. Zayin, the Z sound. Het, the KH sound. Tet, the T sound. Yod, the Y sound. Kaf, the K sound. Final kaf or kasofit, the K sound at the end of words. Lamed, the L sound. Mem, the M sound. Mem sofit, the M sound at the end of words. Noon, the N sound. Noon sofit, the N sound at the end of words. Samek ayin. Pay, pardon me, Samek, the S sound. Ayin, similar to like that of Aleph, mute, but said by some to be a guru, like iron, like a small G sound. Like when they say Sodom and Gomorrah, Gomorrah in this particular case starts with this letter right here. All right? Not to be confused with this Gamel over here. Pay, the P sound. Fey, the F sound or the P sound at the end of words. Zadeh, the TZ or T sound, as in the word Zion. Zadeh Sofit, the Zadeh Sofit, the TZ sound at the end of words, as in the word Eretz, meaning earth. Kuf, the Q sound, as in the word Kwadosh. Resh, the R sound, as in the word Rosh. Sheen, the SH sound, as in the word Shalwa. Tau, the T sound, said by some as TH sound, as in the word Torah. So I just wanted to go over this particular aspect. Review this, and when you're done, review this again. So that way you can begin to learn for edification purposes. All right? The goal, I want to state, brothers and sisters, is when you be able to know the alphabet and when you begin to know the sounds that the vowels make, you will then know without a shadow of a doubt to know how to read this here. All right? You'll be able to know how to read this here. I state again, all you got to do is know the sound that the letter makes and the sound of the vowel, and then you know how to read this right here. All right? This part that we're looking at is actually in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. See the numerical value, the Kaf 20, Gamel 3, 23. This right here says this. Wadaber Yah El Moshe Lemor. Daber El Bnei Yisrael. Wa amarata aleihim. Mo'ade Yodewahe. Asher tikreo otam mikra'e kodesh. Elehem mo'adai. Seshet yamin. Te'ase malaka. Ubayom hasbi'i. Shabbaton. Mikra kodesh. Kol malaka. Lo ta'asu. Shabbat he la Yehovah. Bakol moshbotechem. So just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right, so we can gain some understanding of what we're talking about in this particular regard. This right here is Leviticus 23, verse 1. The Most High spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and you shall say unto them, These the appointed seasons of the Most High, which you shall proclaim them, Mikra e Kodesh, to be holy convocations. Elehem Mo'adah, even these are my appointed seasons. So I just wanted that to be noted. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lesson based on that because we're still on like lesson 3, class 3, what have you. So we just want to sit there and just show how easy it is once you understand the sounds that the letters make and the sound of the vowels, you're then at that point reading. All right. So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about in that particular regard. Now, if you studied, all right, from last week, you'll begin to know and see how those kind of things are operated, how the vowels are operated. All right. What we're going to do, sorry about its smallness, but we're going to look at this very meticulously. And I'm going to hold it close so it can be seen. All right. Here we go. What you're looking at, brothers and sisters, with the quamats and the patak are both ah sounds. Ah and ah. And both of these, as noted before, go underneath the letter. All right. So you can begin to see. This goes underneath the letter. That's important as we go along in this particular lesson. Okay. All righty. What you're looking at right here is the zere, the A sound, A, Y, as I put there. All right. So you could begin to see what we're talking about in that particular regard. That too goes underneath the letter. All right. What you're looking at right here is the S sound, EH, as in pen, men, so forth. This is called segol. The three dots there go under the letter, as does this one, as do the other two. These all go underneath the letter. All right, so I want that to be pointed out for edification purposes. Next, we see here, it's called the shawa. All right, we went over last time what the shawa does. It just makes the sound of the letter itself. So let's look at this for instance. Let's look at this word right here, for instance, okay? You have the yod and the the dalit and the shawa, the kaf and the mem feet, yed kem, which means the hand of you all, the you all's hand, your hand, plural, masculine plural, your hand plural, masculine plural. This dalit having the shawa is just joined on with the yod that's next to it. So it just becomes yed, and then you continue reading the rest of the word. All right, that's how that works with that. We write this out for edification purposes. What you're looking at, yed kem. The yod with the the dalet with the shawah, the kaf with the and the mem sofi. Now, lesson 2 must be studied in order to understand this kind of lesson we're getting into in this particular regard, okay? So it's online for those who care to sit there and look at it, all right? Now, I'm going to sit there and try to break this down phonetically, all right? Remember, Hebrew is always read, all right, from right to left, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Here we see Yed Kem, Yed Kem. The Yod, the or the Segol sound that we see right here, making the sound. All right. Yed, this is the Shawah. All right. So I want to point that out for edification purposes. All right. What I'm circling, which you're going to see in a second in the red, brothers and sisters, is the actual Shawah. The Shawah becomes important because in order to be able to understand certain things in Hebrew, you must understand how to use that vowel. And it's not difficult, it's a little different than other vowels. But basically what you're doing is you just joining them together. All right. Now, I want to state this. There were some complaints that were made about the older Hebrew lessons. So we're redoing the Hebrew lessons, but much more in detail. However, the lessons all the way from March 7th of 2016, when we went over the Aleph and Bet, all the way until the Hip El and the Hif El stem, which was done in May of this year, still on the Shema Yisrael channel under the playlist of Hebrew. All right? So you can gain an understanding of what we're talking about in that particular regard. All right? Now, for those who happen to be a bit more advanced, but we want to take it to this level right here. All right? Yed, join that together. The kaf and the segol, like the segol you see here, and then the mem. You just join it together. It's the end of the word. All right? So I just want that to be shown on how the shawah is used in that particular regard. All right? What you're looking at right here, brothers and sisters, pardon me, is the O sound. All right? This is the wow with it. You see this in words like tob. All right? The word tob meaning good. Give you an example of what I'm talking about. Now, when you're reading Hebrew for the first time, you may not understand what you're reading, but don't worry about that because it's a step in process. All right? You look at the tet, the wow with the o, the kolam, and the bet, tob. And we know already tob means what? Good. All right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about in this particular regard. Tob, meaning what? Let me make that look like a D letter. Sorry about that. So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about in this regard. The tat, the o, and then the word tob, which means good. We want to focus on the Hebrew. Remember, it's always read from right to left. All right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. All right? Zeroing up close. Now, I do want to apologize for the smallness of this sheet of paper and the aspect of the vowels, but this is the only one I was able to seem to get earlier today to pull up and print out. All right? So for that, I want to sit there and apologize, but we're going to make it work nonetheless. Told out to the Most High. This right here is the E sound set as the kirik. This, all right, like these over here, the shawah, the segol, the zere, the patak, and the kwamats, all of them go underneath the letter. Notice that this doesn't go under the letter. This goes next to, the kolam, that is. But the kirik, the E sound, goes underneath the letter. All right, so you can begin to see what we're talking about. Now, that's just with the one dot right there. Now, I'm going to show, all right, in light of this lesson, what we're talking about. All right? So we can gain some understanding of what we're speaking of in this particular case. All right, hopefully everybody is well. We're going to move on in this particular regard. This here, all right, the mem, the lamed, has the shawah circled with in red. The red is just the circle, it's not part of the vowel. This is the kaf and this is the yod. This says the malachi. Now, the reason why I wanted to use this word is because it shows the mem with the patak, the lamed, still showing how the shawah is used. Mal, and then you stop right there and continue to read in the rest of the word. Ki. This is the kirik that we just went over right here, which, as we already see here, goes underneath the letter. All right, so we can show this for edification purposes. This is being brought to you from Shema Yisrael. Now, I want to emphasize for those who might have listened to the videos I did over the weekend and so forth, and why I periodically say this is being brought to you from Shema Yisrael, is almost, you may say, like a DJ when they do their song and they say their song, their name right in the middle of the song or the blend. We don't want this copywritten, but we don't want this at the same token to be thought of that it's not coming from a base. Where we teach at is a base. Where we teach from is a base. You understand? I had to get permission in order to sit there and deal with this, even though I was asked to do the Hebrew lesson. You understand? Because in Israel, we deal in rank and file. You understand? It's just a matter of kabod. You know what kabod is, right? Respect. So it doesn't take nothing away from you to show respect, to be quite candid with that. All right? Now, what we're looking at right here. Mem with the A, Lamed with the Shawa, the Kaf with the Kirik and the Yod. Mal Ki. All right? Mal Ki. So we want to show this for edification purposes. All right? All right? Mem and the Lamed, Mal, M-A-H-L, Mal, Ki, which means what? My king. Melech is king. Malki is my king. So we can see how that works in that particular regard. All right? We want to continue on in a particular vowel aspect. All right? Now, what we're looking at, brothers and sisters, in this particular regard, it's called the Kibbutz Neshuruk. Kibbutz Shuruk. Kibbutz with the three slants underneath the letter. Kibbutz next to with the dot inside the Y. Both of them making the U sound, as in Shalumael, as in Yerushalayim. All right? So the U that you hear in Shalumiel, the U that you hear in Yerushalayim, you actually see one with this and one with this. All right? So you can gain an understanding of what we're talking about in this particular regard, both making the U sound. All right? So those are the vowels in that particular case and in that particular regard. We want to emphasize on the vowels over and over and over and over and over, because you will begin to see how easy it is once you take your own notes from this. You can pause it, rewind it, stop, go back, even ask questions in the comment board, and so forth. Later on, I'll give my information and my telephone number for those who want to text a question. So that's to be noted for edification purposes and reasoning. All right, so we want to continue on, and this lesson here, brothers and sisters, is called words made from alphabet. Remember, we kept on saying, once you understand the alphabet and the vowels, you can make words. The alphabet and the vowels, you can make words. Alphabet and vowels, you know how to read. Once you know how to read, then you get your dictionary. All right? Once you get your dictionary, I prefer for some the Ben Yehuda dictionary. Once you get that, you begin to build your vocabulary. Learn the vocabulary that you're used to using already in English first. It will help you out. So if you are a person who sews, the word tafar means to sew. So tafarti, I sewed. The word for thread is kut. All right. So the word for black is shakor. All right. So to make a sentence real quick will be yeshli kut shakor. I have black thread. All right. So I just want that to be noted. Etfar for kut hashakor, which means, pardon me about the interruption, bumping that. What that means essentially is I will sew with black thread, or with the black thread I will sew. All right. So we want that to be noted. Tapar means to sew. All right. So we like you're sewing something together. All right. So just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right. Now, let's look at the pronoun chart. This is what we mean by saying making words. So we want to gather in a couple of things at one time. This says, as you see here, ani, which means I or I am. The aleph with the patak, the noon with the kirik. Now, the reason why you see these two dots there, they refer to that as a patak kwatan, but it's still saying ani with the ah sound nonetheless. So this says ah, because aleph is mute. The noon makes the end sound. Then you got the kirik, ani, which means I. Ani medaber, I am speaking. Ani shomeya, I am listening. Ani, the N, the noon sound with the kirik. making the E sound with the yod attached to it. So that's how you say I or I am, which is the most used pronoun in Hebrew. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. All right, just follow the pen. Where we at right here, brothers and sisters, is ata, the aleph with the patak. Then you have the ta with the kwamas. Ata, you. MS stands for masculine singular. All right, singular pronouns as you see right there. Ata means you or you are. All right, so ata medaber, you are speaking. Ata shomea, you are listening. Ata shomea el hashiur hazeh, you are listening to this lesson. Ani medaber b'she'ur hazeh, I am speaking in this lesson. Ata melumad b'she'ur hazeh, you are being taught in this lesson. Ani same'ak la'asot et hashiur hazeh, I am happy to do this lesson. Those are sentences. Just by knowing simple words like learn, happy, and so forth, then once you get to know these pronouns, you'll begin to sit there and see exactly how easy this is. This is for masculine singular, ata, all right? So you can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. As you see, these vowels go under the letter, okay? This here, just following the pen, this is the pen right here, all right? The pen that you see me moving. This is the aleph. Aleph and ah, aleph and ah, aleph and ah. Still not changing, only making the ah sound. All right? So that's ah. This is a tau. All right? With a shawah. So all you're saying right here is at, which is you. FS stands for feminine singular. All right? So you can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. At, you feminine. At medaberet, you are speaking. At shoma'at, you are listening. At melumedet, you are being taught. Melumad, to be taught, masculine. Melumedet, to be taught, feminine. All right? So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Now, brothers and sisters, as stated, what you're looking at right here is the aleph with the ah and the ta with the shawah. So you just say at, and it just opts off and stops right there in that particular regard. You, feminine singular. All right? Now, what you're looking at right here is the hey, the waw with the dot in it, which is called the shuruk, which makes the oo sound. So H in the oo is, as you see here in the English here, who. This aleph, like that aleph, and this aleph and the rest of the aleph letters are all mute. All right, so they never make a sound of their own. Who means he or he is. All right, and MS is he is already masculine. So I just want that to be noted. All right, who means he. All right, so you see that there. Hu medaber, hu shomeya, hu melumad. All right, so we want that to be noted for edification purposes. What we're looking at right here, brothers and sisters, is the letter hey with the kirik, making as we remember the E sound. All right, where you see the pen at. The hey with that one dot, the kirik with the yod, and then the aleph. So that says he. He medaberet, he melumedet, he shomaat. All right. So this here, feminine singular, this here, feminine singular. Difference is this is the second person, this is the third person. He means she. So here we go. We have ani, ata, at, who, he, ani, I, ata, you, at, you feminine, who, he, she. This must be known for edification purposes. All right. Now we are going to go over this next lesson as well, because we want to drill this into the people. No disrespect intended or anything of that sort, but we want to sit there and drive these kind of lessons home to the people so they can be known for reason and purposes. Okay? Now, what we are looking at right here All right, where the pen is the word anachnu. All right, the aleph and the a, the aleph and the patak. All right, the noon and the patak, a, because this always stays mute. The noon making the n sound. All right, and the a, noon and patak, na, na. This is our friend here as before, the shawa. So what do? Anak. We join that together. Anak, and then you put the noon again with the shuruk, all right? Which means anachnu, we. All right, let's break this down again. You have the aleph and the a. Aleph always remains silent. This makes the a sound. All right. Then you have noon with the a sound. Na. Here we see once again our friend the shawa. So you join that with the sound before it. The sound before it just happens to be an N with the A, or the pardon me, or noon with the A. So it's anak. Then you got the noon and the U sound, anachnu. As you see here written in English, which means we or we are. Anaknu shom'im. Anaknu melumadim. Anaknu medabrim. All right? So we can gain some understanding of what we're talking about, how to make a sentence. Anaknu shom'im means we are listening or we are hearing. All right? So we want this to be seen and known. Looking at the pen again. All right? Next we see here is the letter Aleph. Aleph has this underneath it, which is the A sound. Once again, like this Aleph and every other Aleph you will ever see in the Hebrew alphabet is mute. All right? So this makes the A sound. All right? By itself. This, not the letter, but the vowel itself. This is the letter tau, said by some. All right? Now, whether this has the dagesh in it or not, it still makes the T sound. Said by some as a TH, but it never makes the S sound. We want to emphasize that. This letter does not make an S. The word is Shabbat or even Shabbath, but it's never Shabbas. Okay? Not this word, but those who know what I'm talking about, because some people say, do you keep Shabbos? No, the word is not Shabbos. The word is Shabbat, meaning Sabbath or rest. All right, but getting back to, or Shabbat literally means cease. All right, once it comes right down to Hebrew linguistics. All right, so that's what this is talking about right here. The ah, then you have the tau with the s sound there. Eh, tau and eh is te. Atema. Remember, this is the final mem or the mem sophie. So this is atema. Aleph and ah, tau and eh. Atema. Atema. It's not atem mem. You don't say the name of the letter when you're speaking. So I just want this to be noted for edification purposes. You, masculine plural, atem. All right, so you can see what this is talking about in this regard. Atem shom'im, atem medabrim, atem melum damim. All right, so we can understand what that's talking about. Next, we see here the ah once again with the aleph, just making the ah sound. All right. Then, just like this letter here, tau, we see tau yet again with the e, just like you see over here. So it's atena noon so feet with the n sound at the end. All right, hold it steady. Aten, which means you, feminine plural. All right, aten shomot, aten medabrot, aten melum damot. All right. So we can melum dot, sorry. So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. All right, melum dim, melum dot. All right, so we want to emphasize on that particular regard. Next we see here is the letter hey. Once again, just like we've seen the letter hey, pardon me. Over here, we see it again here. Third person masculine singular, masculine plural, sorry, is they. The word for they, him, as you see there. This making more so not so much the short E, but the stronger A. But this is the zere. Heim. Heim. And that's how you say that right there. Hem medabrim, hem shomim, hem melumdim. All right, so we want to emphasize on that for particular purposes and reasoning. All right. And lastly, we see here is the hey and the zere, making the H sound with the A. Hey, no, noon Sophie. So I'm glad that this is here so you can begin to see the final mem, final noon, final mem, final noon, and how it is. Hain means they, feminine, plural. They is already plural, but we just want this to be noted. In Hebrew, when dealing with pronouns, if you're addressing a congregation or group of people that's mixed between males and females, you speak in the masculine. All right. If you only dressing the females in that group, you speak in the feminine, and the males will know that you're not talking to them or about them. Depends on whether you're using the second or third person. So these are things we want to point out for edification purposes. As stated, these lessons are being brought to you from the congregation Shema Yisrael, giving thanks and honor to Yah, creator, maker of heaven and earth, concludes Hebrew class number 3, words made from alphabet and vowels. We have went over words today. Ani, ata, at, hu, he, anachnu, atem, aten, haim, hain. Now, those are the pronouns, or those are also words. All right? When you're putting the words, pronouns, okay, with verbs, a verb is an action word. You can put it before or after the actual verb. It doesn't have to be necessarily always before. Like, and if you heard what I was saying, I said atem medabrim. You can also say medabrim atem. You can use the pronouns either before or after the verb when you're speaking. All right. In biblical Hebrew, the only time they really use a pronoun is when they're dealing with the present tense, unless they want to emphasize. For instance, when Joseph said, "Indeed, I was stolen from the land of the Hebrews," the Hebrew there says gunab gunab ti. All right, which shows the emphasis on it. All right, gunab, showing that it's emphasized. Gunab ti, I was stolen. Ganab ti means I stole. Gunab ti means I was stolen. All right, so this is to be shown for edification purposes. What we're going to do, as stated, is close out. We're going to go back into this book right here, read the 10 Commandments yet again, and then close out in prayer and make moves from there. My suggestion is watch this lesson, ask questions in the comment board. That's for edification purposes. And when it's seen, it will be addressed. All right. Anochi ya Elohecha, asher hozetika me eretz Mitzrayim, mi beit abadim, lo yiyeh laka Elohim akerim al panai, lo ta'ase laka fesel, kal temuna, asher bashamai mima'al, wa asher ba'aretz mitakat, wa asher b'mayim mitakat la'aretz, lo tishtakawe lahem, wa lo ta'adem ki anoki, ya Eloheka, el kwana, poqued awon abot albani, wa al shileshin, wa aribe im leson I, wa osech chesed la alafim la ohabai, ul shomre mitzvotai. Lo tisa et shem ya Eloheka la shal, kilo yenakwe ya et asher yisa et shemo la shal. Shamor et yom hashabbat lekwacho. Kasho zilka ya Eloheka, shishet yamin ta'abod. Wa sita kol malakteka, wa yom hashbi'i, shabbat la ya Eloheka, lo ta'ase kal malaka. Ata ubinka ubiteka abdeka wa amatka, wa shorka wa kamorka, wa kal behemteka, wa gerka asher bishareka, lema'an ya nu'ach abdeka wa amatka, kamoka. Was akarata ki ebed hayita ki hayita ki ebed hayita silika be eretz mitzrayim va ziaka ya Eloheka misham bayat kazakwa ubis roa netuya al king zilka ya Eloheka la asot et yom hashabbat kabet et abika we et imeka ka asho zilka ya Eloheka the ma'an ya arikun ya meka ul ma'an yitabaka al ha'adama asher ya Eloheka notin laka lo tirzak lo ting af, lo tigno, lo ta ane bareaka e chao, lo takmod e shet reaka, lo tit awe bet reaka, sadehu wa abdo, wa amato, wa shoro, wa kamoro, wa kol ashir reaka. Shalom lachem. My contact info for those who want to text 908-587-4841. That's 908-587-4841. Thus ends the class. Shalom. Have a good night, brothers and sisters, and a good and prosperous week.